Hey everyone, this is Bailey from Smokin Heights, and today I'll be showing you our process on how we sow our iris seeds. Okay, so I've got my crate full of seeds here. These are all from crosses that we did last spring, so both mine and Mel's are in here. So you can see on the side of the pot here I've got written 031, that's the cross number, and that cross is J13-1, one of my seedlings crossed with elegant cashmere. So yeah, so each pot here has a number and it has its cross ready to go. I spent the last couple of days organising through all the seed and getting them into order. I alphabetized the crosses, so they're all in alphabetical order, they all have their number. And the last things I have to do today is actually plant them, and I have to count the seed. So I'll count all the seed that's in each of the organza bags. I like to keep records for germination rate, so I need to know how many seeds I start with to work out the germination rate. So let's get into it. So all I do is I get them out of my organza bag onto my little paper plate here. It's windy today, so I've got to make sure that this doesn't fly away and I lose all my seeds. Basically get rid of any leftover pod that I may have missed when I was deshelling them. Then I count, so how many's in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 in there. So then I've got my pot here. So I write that on the side of the pot, underneath the cross number. And then I've got my wheelbarrow of potting mix right next to me, so I'll just quickly reach over and grab some. So I don't completely fill it. And this is just good quality potting soil with added fertilizer. I don't like using seed raising mix for the irises because it's really fine and it has no body to it. Like there's no nutrients in it whatsoever. So I use good quality potting mix with added fertilizer. Just place them in there, and if there's a lot of seeds I'll tend to move them around, try to get them into an even layer, and then just cover them over with a little bit of potting mix and done, ready to go on to the next one. So I think I've got 267 pots to do in total. That was just number 34, so we've got a little ways to go. So I've got all of my crosses recorded in my notes already, so I'm not really too worried now. Like I know that 040 matches up with J13-2 cross mini stripe, so I get rid of the cross tag down to my little container there, and we clean those off and we'll reuse them this spring. And same with the organza bags, we just put them into storage and they get reused for next spring. These are really healthy looking seeds. You can see they're nice uniform brown in colour, and what am I saying about these? So you see lots of healthy seeds in this cross. There's maybe this one here that's light and blowing around that doesn't look like it's going to be viable, but all of these look pretty good and they should be viable, so they should germinate. There's a couple underdeveloped seeds in here, see these here? They won't germinate, but all these big ones, there's no reason why they shouldn't germinate. This one probably won't, but I'm probably going to count it anyway. I find that they don't really mind being crowded. I've planted way more in way less space and have not had any problems, so this is what works for us and saving space, so whatever works for you, you do that. It's now the next day. We had a bit of rain yesterday which stopped me from getting this finished, but I've got about There's about 90 pots left in that crate there to go, and this is what I got done yesterday. So all of these are done, ready to go, and yeah, we should see some germination on these in about 6 weeks. That's how long it generally takes. So I'm on the last 3 pots here, and these are all lost seed that either its tag got lost or seed fell out of a bag somewhere and we're just not quite sure what it is. So these all get lumped down at the end of the seedling pots. So last ones, I'm not even going to bother counting these. The whole point of working out the germination rates is just to see how the parents, well, to see if the parents produce viable seed that will germinate, and that's helpful information going forward. So if something gives poor germination, I might not be inclined to use it again. Because yeah, the whole point of making a cross is you want to see the results, and if the seeds don't germinate, then you're not going to see any results. Okay, so I've just finished the last of the pots. Here they all are, and I've just watered them in. Now, it's important to keep these seeds damp because there's an inhibitor in the seeds, so if they dry out for too long, it will just stop them from germinating. So, and yeah, if that kicks in, then the seed won't germinate at all. So, going to keep them damp, and we should start seeing germination in about 6 weeks, so we'll provide an update then. Thanks for watching this video on how we get our iris seeds sown, and these guys are just going to sit here for the next 4 or 5 months as they germinate, and then they'll get planted out in the springtime. So we'll provide an update on germination in 6-8 weeks time, and again thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. It's only been about 5 weeks and we've already got germination happening on these seeds. It's probably the quickest that I've ever had germination happen. Normally it definitely does take that full 6 weeks. Some of these started germinating like last week, so really it's only taken about 4 weeks for these to start germinating. There's a number of crosses in here that all have little green irises in there. So yeah, so these will get planted out in the springtime once they're at the 3-leaf stage, and they'll get planted directly out into the field. We don't up pot them. So yeah, there's our little update.